We've been to a lot of places in the last year. Like a lot. The lower 48, we've done hikes, we've had amazing food, all of that amazing stuff. But sometimes we can't really agree on what our ultimate favorite was. So in today's video, we're gonna hash that out.
Also, we didn't tell each other what our favorites are, and we have them written down on little notes. Tyler has it on his computer, so this might get interesting. Let's go. First up is our favorite hikes. Now, we're not allowed to cheat. He's been looking. So, like I said, we don't know what each other's picked, and we might be surprising each other. So, I think you're going to know these. But my top 3 favorite hikes are Dewey Lake in Washington.
I knew that was going to be the first one.
The Corona and Spider Arch in Utah.
I forgot about that one.
And Mount Herman in Colorado.
Nice. The only one I had the same as Mount Herman. Mine is mine is Hawksbill Gap in Shenandoah, Mount Herman, and then Double Arch.
Wow.
Mine are all for sentimental reasons. Hawksbill Gap was our first summit ever together.
I forgot about that.
Mount Herman was I think that's the highest we've ever been, right?
I think so.
Yeah. And then the Double Arch, Molly has always wanted to go to Arches National Park.
I am in love with this national park. I think it is my favorite national park so far, and I think it's going to be really hard to beat because I am in love with every ounce of this.
And since with Moose not being able to go on any of the trails, it's kind of hard to do any hiking there, but we did get out and walk to Double Arch, which was maybe a quarter of a mile.
It was so awesome.
But she was so excited to be there, and I was so happy to finally get her to go there. So yeah, those are my top 3. And I forgot about the Corona Arch. That was really fun.
I was gonna choose the Double Arch for that reason, but the Corona Arch is right outside the park where Moose could go, and so I picked that because it was like we were in the Wild West. It was amazing. Yeah. And then Moosey could come, so that's why I picked that.
Yeah, that was really cool. We didn't get to go all the way because we didn't think we could take Moose because people were carrying their dogs up this ladder. We were not carrying Moose. So we just decided to turn back around. But maybe we should have finished it. Maybe next time.
I don't know.
Next is our favorite states. So if you are watching from any state that is not mentioned, do not take it personal. We loved all the states that we went to, but these are just the tippy tops.
And the only ones we've not been to are Hawaii and Alaska.
Yes, thank you for making that clear. All right, so our top states, and these are subject to change in the future in case we maybe like one more than the other. But for me, mine, and I'm sure you'll probably know, is Montana, and then Colorado, and then Tennessee.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mine are the exact same.
Oh my goodness. I wondered if
I have it, but my order is Montana, Tennessee, and then Colorado.
Yeah, I didn't list anything in particular. I was like, this is too hard to choose.
I can't believe yours are the same.
I knew you would have Tennessee and Montana.
I thought his would be Michigan instead of Tennessee.
I did. I had it down. But I really like Tennessee too.
Every time we have this debate, he's always like, Michigan so much.
I love Michigan. But yeah, those 3 states were amazing. Colorado had really awesome hikes and stuff, which we loved. Yeah. And then it had a really diverse, you could be in the mountains in this middle to the northern part of the state, and then in the desert in the lower part of the state, which is really cool.
It's really cool to see the shelf of the Rockies start. That's my favorite.
That's why Mount Herman is one of our favorite hikes. And then we also loved Montana because it's just the best place ever for us.
I cried when we left Whitefish.
Yeah. And then we just left Tennessee. I feel like Tennessee is more of a sentimental thing because that's where we went for our very first trip. We went and stayed the night in Tennessee. We tried to make it to Asheville, North Carolina twice, and both times got held up in Tennessee. So I think we just fell in love because we've been there so much.
I know. Next up is our favorite foods in the U.S. Now, this one is my favorite. Yeah. I loved eating everything.
This is the one that Molly recommended we talk about first.
I love food. So, my very top one is Pizza Bros in Chattanooga, Tennessee. They have the best pizza in the entire country.
Yeah, that was one of mine,
too. My gosh. They have these perfect, cinnamon sticks, and it's a lot of food. We grabbed all of this stuff, and it filled up the van. But second is Refuge Coffee in Fairhope, Alabama. Best coffee place ever. And then lastly is Delina's Bakery in Santa Fe. They have coffee and chocolate croissants to die for.
You didn't do fusion tacos?
I was like, I couldn't decide.
Wow, I am shocked, folks.
Fourth is fusion tacos.
Oh my goodness. All right, so for me, it's Mako Tacos in Colorado Springs. It's literally the best tacos I've ever had in my life. And then Pizza Bros in Chattanooga. For obvious reasons that, like you just mentioned, like the pizza's just so big, and we got, I think, ham and barbecue there.
Yeah.
Which is very unusual.
So
we usually
fun.
just get cheese or pepperoni, so I think that added to it, but that place was amazing. And then finally, Bernie's Bakery in Southport.
Oh, man, I
forgot about that. I'll put in clips, obviously I have been, but I'll put in a clip of Molly having their stuffed croissants. She was like salivating all over the pan. But Bernie's Bakery had amazing croissants, and they had like they had macaroons there too?
Mm-mm.
No,
they did. They had a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, they had a bunch of stuff, but we really loved it there. So yeah, that was another place I knew you forgot about.
Man, there's just so many good
Yeah,
places.
there are amazing places to eat. Next on the list is our favorite small towns. Now this one is going to be interesting to dance around because we have 608 subscribers or something like that, and we gained a lot of them from our small town series, and we love and appreciate all of you. So if you don't hear your small town, once again, don't take it personal, just like the States. These are just places that we really, really, really loved, and this really stuck out to me right when I was writing my list down. So first and foremost is Newcastle, Delaware. I love that place. Super historic, right on the water. I love their park. We got there and like right before it started like pouring rain and wind, so it was like fun to walk around and see the history, but I would love to spend more time there and like actually enjoy the town a little bit more because we were like flying. Second is Southport, North Carolina. I love that place for the history. Bernie's Bakery, that's there. And then also
this movie scene.
No, that's not why. I was getting there. They filmed Safe Haven there, which is Maul's favorite movie ever. And so we had to walk around. We walked around forever trying to find the set. But we found it eventually.
So Ivan's Fish Shack was where Katie worked in the movie, and now it's an actual restaurant, and you can go out there and eat and look at the ocean.
Pretty hummus.
Yes.
But yeah, so that was a really fun town though. I love the beaches that they had in the area as well. That was really fun. And then finally, Bath, Maine. I just love that town. I love that town sitting right on the water. It was such a cool place. The colors were changing when we were there, so it was gorgeous in the area. Yeah, just a really cool small town. But yeah, those are my top 3.
Can I rewrite mine?
No, you gotta stick with what was your first instinct.
I can't remember them all. We have too many.
Yeah.
So my favorites are Sandwich, Massachusetts. That place has the best bakery, or I guess it's like a little cafe. They have the best bagels ever. And then Newcastle, Delaware. That place is just awesome. And we got to walk up to the like really old tavern and have hot cider. It was really good. And then last is Wolfboro, New Hampshire.
Oh, I forgot about that place too.
It's a beautiful little town with this very large lake and mountains. I think it's the White Mountains behind it.
I don't know what they are.
Yeah, but it is a very awesome place that I think everyone should visit.
Yeah, those are really good picks. I forgot about 2 of those.
I forgot about all the others.
Well, not Newcastle.
Yeah. Next up and last is our favorite big cities or bigger cities. Now this
They're big cities.
Yeah. Now this one is a little interesting because I don't really, I fell in love with a lot of the big cities, but I think he's gonna guess quite opposite from what I have.
I didn't, mine are gonna be small big cities. I don't like big cities very much.
Love them. I love feeling so tiny. Anyway. So my favorite big city ever is Nashville, Tennessee. I love that city with all my heart.
Really? Wow.
I love that city just because it's so vivid, and we are not night scene people. Like, we're not in the clubs, nightlife, and we've never even been there at that time. But just like, it's so lively during the day, and there's so much to do. I just love it. The second is Chattanooga, Tennessee. That place is so awesome. Did you think I was gonna pick that?
No, I did not. I didn't even think of it as like a big city, but it is a big city.
Yeah, Chattanooga is a place we called home for quite a few nights, trying to go to the south, into the east, everywhere. We got stuck there. And it's a very walkable place that I fell in love with. And then last is Bozeman, Montana. I love that city so much. There's so many shops to visit. There's a local honey place. They make their own bread at another bakery, and then a downtown shop. It's just, I love it there.
That place is awesome. I didn't even think of Bozeman as a big city either, because I think it's smaller than Muncie.
Yeah, it's pretty small, but I added it because it's
bigger
still
than
a
our
bigger
hometown,
city.
so it's a big city. Those are really
Did
good
I surprise
choices.
you?
I thought I'd hear New York City. I thought I'd hear Pittsburgh. I thought I'd hear all this stuff. Yes, I am shocked right now.
I like
can't
New York
believe.
City, but those are my favorite.
I think once we go to New York City, stop, walk around, and absorb the place, I think it'll probably be your favorite.
I don't know. Nashville's pretty high up there.
Yeah, it is. I'm supposed to even say Pittsburgh, because in that vlog you said that was your favorite big city.
It's changed.
She's had time to think. All right, so my top 3 big cities, I was thinking mega cities myself. So these are going to sound a little bit different too. But mine was Pittsburgh. I love that place. I love the big buildings. I love that it's right on the rivers, confluence of 2 rivers. So that was really cool. All the bridges were really neat as well. It was just a really cool place overall. And I'm a huge history buff, so I really loved like the area. They had a bunch of history there. Nashville was my second one, so that's where we share that in common. I've loved Nashville ever since we went there together. I went there when I was really little, so I don't remember like anything. But we went there and it was really fun. I really liked walking around the city with you and stuff like that. And then finally I didn't know what else to put, so I put Indianapolis in Indiana.
Oh my gosh.
I love that. I love this city. It's fun. I think, like we go to Lucas Oil, we watch the Ball State game there, our hometown football team there. We walk around and we went to the murals and stuff. It's a really cool artsy city as well. It doesn't get really big reputation for being a neat big city, but it is something cool to go and check out. Yeah. I think we might take it for granted because we only live like 40 minutes away. But those are my top 3.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know.
You shocked me.
Yeah, I didn't think that we could do like Bozeman, because I looked up like Kalispell, thinking it was a big city, but it was like only 20,000 people. So I was like, that's not really that big of a city, but Molly just makes her own rules, I guess. Maybe we should have discussed the criteria.
Well, I hope you guys had so much fun watching this. We had fun making it.
Yeah,
and
this was fun. It was shocking. I'm just like blown away at some of your answers.
Oh, I know. I'm surprising.
You're very unpredictable.
But maybe we'll do another version of this sometime. I'm not sure what we would do, but
if you guys have questions that you would like us to answer, then you can ask them below. Yeah, we can go through. We love making these videos.
Yes. So thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you on Tuesday for another fun, entertaining video.
Bye, guys.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Don't cheat.
I'm not cheating. You don't cheat. You keep eyeing my computer.
Hush.